Hello, I'm going to be answering WAEC 2019 Economics Objective Past Question 1. The fundamental economic problem of every society is A. The large number of the unemployed, B. Inadequate supply of money, C. Corruption and mismanagement, D. Limited supply of productive resource. Now the keywords to note here are fundamental and every society. So it basically highlights, asking you to highlight the major, in other words, another way to put it is the major challenge, the major economic challenge faced by every society. Now, the first option I highlight unemployment. Now, despite the fact that unemployment is a problem in many, is an economic problem in many societies, it indirectly affects the economy, and hence cannot be considered a major or fundamental problem. So it is indirect, not major, not a major problem. Now the second option highlights inadequate supply of money. Now similarly, it is also an indirect problem, but not exactly a major economic problem. Corruption is also an economic problem that affects many society, but it still cannot be considered a fundamental problem. So it is indirect or not a major problem. Now for option D, which is limited supply of resources, it can be considered a major economic challenge because if there are no resources in the first place, if there are no resources, it means that there will be no production in the first place. So no resources means no production, and if there is no production, you cannot talk about any of these other options. And limited supply of needed resources is also a problem that affects every society in one way or the other. So with that said, the correct answer will be D, which is limited supply of productive resource. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos and for more past questions and answers. Thank you. Hello, I'm going to be answering WAEC 2019 Economics Objective Past Question 2. A point X inside a production possibility curve indicates that A. Resources are fully utilized, B. The country is poor, C. Some resource is idle, D. Resources are unavailable. Now, a production possibility curve, right, PPC for short, is a graph that shows trade-offs associated with allocating resources between the production of two goods. So a PPC is concerned with trade-offs associated with or in allocating two resources between production of two goods. Now for an illustration, this is what a PPC looks like. So it's a graphical illustration, has two axes, just like every other or every other normal graph that you may be familiar with. And then you have points. So this could be a point, this could be another point, right, and this could be another point. So it's a curve that passes through all 3 points, or around all 3 points, and then each point, where each point corresponds with, can be traced down. So, and each point can be named. So you can have a point A right here, this could be another point B, and this could be another point C. Now usually the point X that is being referred to in this question, the point X, is usually outside of a PPC, or a production probability curve, and each axis on this x-axis or the horizontal axis, what you have is quantity of one item. So let's say quantity of Y or X, okay, let's call it Y, and on this side you also have quantity of another item. So let's say item Z. So you have quantity of one item here and quantity of another item here. So the point X is usually outside of the curve. This is just an illustration of what a production probability curve looks like. So the point X usually represents a resource that is not, or a resource combination that is not, okay, resource combination that is not attainable, that is not attainable. Now if it's not attainable, it also means it is beyond the PPC, is beyond the production probability curve. Now if it is not attainable, if the combination is not attainable, it is most likely idle. So idle is the best way, or another word you can use to describe resource combination that is not attainable, or that is idle. So from that, the answer to the question is C, which is some resource is idle. So please subscribe to this YouTube channel for more past questions and answers, and for more videos. Thank you. Hello, I'm going to be answering WAEC 2019 Economics Objective Past Question 3. The major employer of labor in developing countries is the A. Tertiary sector, B. Secondary sector, C. Primary sector, D. Industrial sector. Now, recall that labor is one of the factors of production, and in countries or in societies in general, you have sectors that employ or that make use of various factors of production or various resources. Now, option A talks about the tertiary sector. Now, the tertiary sector basically is the government, or can be described as the government in short. Now, this is mainly because the government in most countries owns all services, so owns and provides services. Now, the secondary sector is concerned with manufacturing. So the secondary sector is concerned with manufacturing, and another word you can use to describe the sector concerned with manufacturing are the industries. So that describes the secondary sector, the sector which is concerned with manufacturing of products or of resources. Then the primary sector is concerned with extraction of raw materials or extraction of resources, raw materials. So extraction, and when you talk of extraction, you can talk about farming, or you can talk about things like farming, alright, agriculture, and also mining comes into the conversation. So agriculture and mining are classified under the primary sector. Now, the industrial sector is basically just another name for the secondary structure, as secondary sector rather, as it covers manufacturing. Now, in developing countries, in most developing countries, the government employs the most labor. So the answer to that is A, which is the tertiary sector, which encapsulates the government that provides services. So please subscribe to this YouTube channel for more videos and for more past questions and answers. Thank you. Hello, I'm going to be answering WAEC 2019 Economics Objective Past Question 4. The desire for profit is a major feature of A. Traditional economy, B. Mixed economy, C. Market economy, D. Command economy. Now, I will begin by defining each of the options. Now, traditional economy is an economic system that is based or concerned with, based on customs and history. So the traditional economy is concerned with customs and history. So mainly based on this as well, you could also say it is concerned with rules of distribution, the rules and manner of distribution. Now, for the mixed economy blends elements of market economy, right? It blends elements of the market economy and planned economy. So as the name implies, mixed. So the markets are the mixed economy, as its name suggests, blends elements of the market economy and planned economy. Now for market economy, it is mainly concerned with decisions regarding investment, right? Decisions regarding investment, production and distribution. So investment, production and distribution, as well as regulated or as guided by or as influenced by forces of demand and supply. Forces of demand and supply. Now for the command economy, in the command economy, distribution and production is guided or is regulated by the government. So it is government regulated. So the desire for profit, as the question asks, is associated with the market economy because it is mainly influenced by forces of demand and supply. So it means that profit or an increase in profit or profit in general will greatly influence the market economy. So the desire for profit is a major feature of the market economy, which is option C and the answer to this question. So please subscribe to this YouTube channel for more past questions and answers, and also for more videos. Thank you. Hello, I'm going to be answering WAEC 2019 Economics Objective Past Question 5. The wages of a group of workers in dollar are stated below: 40, 30, 70, 20, 60, 10, 80, 30, and 10. What is the mean wage? A, $35, B, $36, C, $37, D, $38. Now the first thing to note is that the mean wage you are being asked for here is not the arithmetic mean. However, you would need to calculate the arithmetic mean to actually answer this question. So the mean you are being asked for here refers to the sum of all the sum of all numbers subtracted or minus the arithmetic mean so subtracted by the arithmetic mean and then divided by the number in the given data. So of course the arithmetic mean will be, if you arrange it in order, it will be 10 plus 10 plus 20, which is 20, plus 30 plus 30 plus 40 plus 60 plus 70 plus 80. Now here you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, so you have 9 numbers, so it will be divided by 9, and your arithmetic mean is 38.8. it's approximately 38.8. now if you sum up all the numbers, that is 10 plus 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 30 plus 40 plus 60 plus 70 plus 80, what you have is 350. So that is the sum of all the numbers. Now to answer this question, it will be 350 minus your arithmetic mean, which is 38.8, right? 38.8 divided by 9. So 350 minus 38.8 over 9, and that is approximately equal to 35, around approximately $35. So as we have solved, the answer is A, which is $35. So please subscribe to this YouTube channel for more past questions and answers, and for more videos. Thank you. So I'm going to be answering WAEC 2019 Economics Objective Past Question 6. If the coefficient of price elasticity of demand of a product is 0, then its demand curve will be A, parallel to the quantity axis, B, parallel to the price axis, C, negative sloped, D, positive sloped. So a demand curve is plotted with points like x-axis representing price, y-axis rather representing price, and x-axis quantity. So it is price against quantity. Now the coefficient of price elasticity, or PED, that is coefficient of price elasticity, usually falls between 0 or greater than 1. Now when it is parallel, when the demand curve is parallel to the quantity axis, the demand curve looks something like this. So this is price and this is quantity. So when it is this way, the demand curve looks like this. So it means it is parallel to the quantity axis, and in this case the PED, the coefficient of price elasticity, is greater than 1. Now for parallel to the price axis, it is usually, it looks something like this. So you have the curve this way, and then you have this. So this is price on the y-axis and quantity here on the x-axis. So if it is this way, it means the coefficient of price elasticity is equal to 0. So it answers our question, which asks of when the PED, or coefficient of price elasticity of demand, is 0. So the answer is B, parallel to the price axis. So please subscribe to this YouTube channel for more past questions and answers, and for more videos. Thank you. Hello, I'm going to be answering WAEC 2019 Economics Objective Past Question 7. If the demand function is QD equals minus 0.5p plus 20, calculate the quantity demanded when price is $15. A, minus $27.50, B, minus $12.50, C, $12.50, D, $27.50. So basically the formula is given to us as this demand function. So the demand function is the formula. Now quantity demanded, which is what we are looking for, we're asked to calculate, is this. So P represents our price, which is $15. So all you have to do is substitute. So our quantity demanded, QD, is equals minus 0.5, right, then our price multiplied by 15 plus 20. Now this is equal to minus 7.5 minus 7.5 plus 20, and minus 7.5 plus 20 is equal to 12.50 dollars. This is in dollars, so $12.50 is our answer, and $12.50 is option C. So option C is $12.50, which is the answer to this question. So please subscribe to this YouTube channel for more past questions and answers, and for more videos. Hello, I'm going to be answering WAEC 2019 Economics Objective Past Question 9. The demand for coffee and tea is A, joint, B, competitive, C, composite, D, derived. So let's look at the definition of each of the following types of demand. Now for joint demand, it involves related products. Now, as for competitive demand, it involves products that are close substitutes. So products that can be substituted for one another. Their demand can be studied or can be classified as they affect one another as competitive demand. Now as for composite demand, it's seen when goods have more than one use. So more than one use, such that the increase in demand for one brings about a decrease in supply for the other, or of the other. Decrease in supply. Now, for derived demand, refers to demand of a commodity or demand for a commodity as a result of demand of something else. So now coffee and tea are related products, and since they are related products, their demand will be joint. So the answer is A, joint demand. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel for more videos and for more past questions and answers. Thank you. Hello, I'm going to be answering WAEC 2019 Economics Objective Past Question 10. What effect will an increase in the supply of fish have on the market of meat? A fall in equilibrium price and quantity. B, an increase in equilibrium price and quantity. C, an increase in equilibrium. D, both equilibrium price and quantity remains unchanged. So there are two things to consider here. The first is increase in supply of one commodity, which is fish, and the second on how it affects another commodity, which is meat. Now, in terms of equilibrium quantity, when the supply of fish of this quantity, so increase supply of fish an increase in supply of fish will bring about a decrease in demand for the other commodity or quantity, which is meat. Now, this effect will affect the equilibrium such that there will be a decrease in equilibrium of price and quantity. So this sequence, a decrease in supply of one commodity, which is fish, brings about an increased supply of one commodity, which is fish. This leads to decreased demand of another quantity, which is meat in this case, brings about a decrease or a fall in the equilibrium price and quantity. And this is option A, a fall or decrease in equilibrium price and quantity. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel for more videos and for more past questions and answers. Thank you. I'm going to be answering WAEC 2019 Economics Objective Past Question 11. Which of the following factors is not a condition for a change in supply of commodity? A, improved technology. B, cost of production. C, the price of the commodity. D, government tax policies. Now let's look at how each of these factors affects the supply of commodities. Now, for improved technology, an advancement of technology, so I'll use this to represent advance in technology, will bring about increased supply. This is owing to the fact that with advance in technology, production will be far easier, and mass production of certain products or commodities will be much easier, leading to the increase in supply of those commodities. Now, for cost of production, when there is decreased cost of production, when there is decrease in cost of production, there is increase in supply as well. Now, this is owing to the fact that when the cost of producing certain products is less, more of it can be produced, and if more of it can be produced, more can be supplied. And it's also vice versa, such that when there is decrease, or when there is increase rather, in cost of production, the supply would decrease, because it will be much difficult to produce, and hence supply will be affected. Now, price of commodity doesn't really affect supply, because the price of the commodity is set much later after the product has come to life. Now, as for government tax policies, increase in tax by the government will lead to decrease in supply. This is also owing to the fact that, or it's also related to the cost of production. The cheaper it is to produce, the more the supply, or the higher the supply. So increase in government tax policies will make supply much more difficult, or make production much more difficult, and hence decrease supply. And also vice versa, decrease in tax means increase in supply. So with this, we see that the price of the commodity C is not a factor, or is not a condition that affects supply. Therefore, C is the answer to this question. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel for more videos and more past questions and answers. Thank you.